back with Patty, and we're continuing our summertime recipe series. Next on the list is gazpacho. It's one of my favorite soups. It's like one of the soups that you make. It's a cold soup, and the longer you stick around in the bowl, the better the flavor gets. Okay? I'm
all
gonna start off.
Flavors meld together.
Yes, indeed. I'm gonna start off with a little bit of tomato juice. And I put V8 tomato juice in here because that has 19 other vegetables that you don't see on the table. Okay? And then I'm going to put in some red onions, 2 red onions in here. And I'm going to also put in some garlic, 2 cloves of garlic. Well, next I've added the tomato juice and some red onions in here. I'm just putting a little bit of tomato juice right now, and I'm adding 2 red onions, 4 cloves of garlic,
Then I'll come out.
and 2 cucumbers. And I am going to puree this to start the cuisine. Now I'm going to puree a little bit of it just to get a start. I want to put in a lot of the vegetables with a little bit of the juice so that I can marry all those flavors. And I'm just going to pulse it. And it doesn't have to be pureed because you want to taste all those beautiful chunks of summertime vegetables in your soup. Don't you agree, Patty?
Yes, yum.
I'll put this right here. Okay, we're going to dump this in, and we're going to start again. We'll do the rest of the vegetables. More of this. What I'm going to do, Patty, is I'm going to put the rest of this in here because I'll chop up the rest of the vegetables that we have, and that'll be a nice puree.
Okay. Ooh, it sounds great.
And next, I'm going to get the tomatoes. We're going to put 4 tomatoes in here.
Fresh summer tomatoes.
Yes, indeed. Well, we're in East Texas, so these come from not quite Jacksonville season yet, but it is Mr. Saxton. And normally, I would put in some noonday onions because they're on the side of the streets being sold right now in East Texas, and or with Jacksonville tomatoes, which are very, very beautiful, and Saxon tomatoes, which we get in East Texas, and they are absolutely beautiful.
Oh, we have good vegetables here in East Texas.
Yes, we do. You know, we'll turn this to pulse. Okay. Like I said, you don't want to puree it to where you don't see
the chunks.
Yes, indeed, because that's
yeah,
because
that's the whole part of the soup is to have those little chunks in there.
And then we'll put the rest of the tomatoes in, and we're going to puree them. They already have juice in them, so I don't need to add any tomato juice to that because look at that.
Juicy.
All right, and that does it for the noise factor of this recipe. Okay, I'm going to add this to the base. Remember, you can make this if you're going to have this for lunch, you want to try to make it a couple hours ahead of time because you want to put everything in there that is chilled and cold so that you keep the temperature. If you can't do that, then just go ahead and make it with cold vegetables, okay? All right, so now I'm going to add some red wine vinegar. Classically, you can put a white vinegar, and I'm going to put in 4 ounces of red wine vinegar because it complements the cucumbers and brings out that cucumber taste. Next, I'm going to add some EVO, extra virgin, 4 ounces. Olive oil. Stir this up. It's already starting to look good.
It's looking really good.
Yes, indeed. Now I'm going to put 1 juice in there.
1 juice of a lemon.
1 juice of a lemon.
That's a nice contraption you got there.
This is an old-time juicer, okay? It juices right into the bottom. And I'm just going to go ahead and push it right in there.
Wow, I've never seen one like that.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
and there we go. And we're gonna put the other half in there
Mm-hmm.
and squeeze it and get that juice out. Normally, I would take a zester
Uh-huh.
and microplane the lemons for the zest first, and then add them to the soup also.
Oh, wow.
Okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Take the juice, pour it out of that little spout. Isn't that handy?
Yeah.
Look at that little spout.
Wow.
Pour that juice right
Wow.
in there.
I'll just put this over there. I'll
All
do
right.
it for you. Wow.
Then
Oh, I can smell the lemons.
Oh yes. Now our soup is ready. What I've done to this soup before I pureed all the vegetables is I've left a little bit of everything that's in the soup for garnishing.
Oh, so you can put it in a bowl and then
In a
you
bowl, and then put these on the top, and it'll be decorative. It'll be a
Oh.
decorative soup. Okay,
Just...
so
Handsome is like all plated, fancy.
so now the soup is finished. We've checked our salt and pepper, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. With the lemon, that adds a little bit of salt, so you really don't have to overdo it. We're gonna go get some bowls and bowl up the soup so I can show you all about the finishing garnishes in the soup.
Awesome.
And there you go.